to my college and I'm in my lab. Okay, going well. Now the cases are coming down. So almost from tomorrow onwards, students are coming to college. So enjoying the time.
Okay, that's amazing, sir. So, sir, I guess we are live on the YouTube. So, on your go, we will be happy to start it off.
Okay, okay. Can I start straight away?
Sir, we will be introducing you and then we will be handing it over to you. Will that work?
Okay, I'm ready. No problem. Okay.
Great. So, welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a break after a great last session on time management, and now you are aware how to manage your time. And now I hope that you are actually and equally pumped up for the second session of today's evening. And I take immense pleasure to welcome you all to the CheckDit's first ever International Research Day 7, Session 4, Session 3. This is an extravagant, illuminating panel discussions, enlightening and knowledgeable speeches from various respected speakers from across the globe. And of course, an ocean of opportunities in front of you in form of networking sessions, ideathon competitions, and research expo.
CheckDit, a student-based research initiative created with the version of many believe cannot be a possibility. We strive to deal with the real-world problems and find solutions that are never been improvised using the help of technology, human expertise, and a touch of empathy. CheckDit delivers you the solutions, innovations, and hope for a better tomorrow. CheckDit, along with its collaborators, ACM, LLM, IIT Jaipur, Heartfulness Organization, BMSCE, ECEL, IIT Mandi, IEEE BMSCE, CodeChef, Microsoft Innovations Club, Music Club, Dance Club, Dramatics Club of VIT Chennai, Skillanta, Ojasvi LPU, and Affinity Branding, along with our sponsors, Varivo Motors and EduCheck, brings to you an extraordinary platform where discussions ranging from AI to mythology will be incorporated among the youth and raise competent minds for the betterment of the future of our nation.
Now, coming to our respected speaker for the session, Dr. Sunil Paul, presently the Director, Christ Center for Innovation and Open Learning at Christ College of Engineering, Kerala. He did his MTech in mechatronics, robotics, and automation engineering from SRM University, Tamil Nadu. Dr. Sunil's teaching experience of over a decade, assistant professor and associate professor in various colleges and institutes. Dr. Paul is currently the CTO and co-founder of Tech Jiva Technologies Private Limited and the co-founder and CEO of Srishti Robotics Technologies Private Limited. So we are extremely thrilled to welcome you on this particular day and in this particular forum. So please guide us ahead. Over to you.
Thank you very much for the wonderful introduction. So today this is not going to be a very formal session. I will tell some of the stories, then I have a presentation set of videos. Then I have few robots in front of me. Okay, I will show you some of them. So how I guide my students to learn multidisciplinary tools. Okay, how to live in this world of multidisciplinary things. That belongs to engineering, then sometimes arts, sometimes sports, so everywhere. Okay, so we all are multidisciplinary people. Okay, so I will start my presentation. I will share my screen. Hope my screen is visible. Is it visible? Can anyone give a feedback? Hello.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
It's visible. Okay. Okay. Anybody knows this lady? My first question. Hello. Either you can put it in the chat box. Okay. Who is this lady? Okay, we are talking about multidisciplinary skills. And this lady got Australian Open in 2022, and you can do Google also, isn't it? You can Google it. Okay, so in 2022, she was the Australian Open champion. Then in 2015 back, she was a cricketer. Okay, so it's very difficult to switch games like this. It's not very easy. Okay, so really a multidisciplinary talent. And what I do with my students is, this is a small video. So we train our students to participate in small competitions. So this is one of the event where school students are participating for a 2-day event. Okay, this happened just before the COVID. So they prepare the line following robot, simple things. Many of you know that, but still I know many of the engineering students, they may struggle to make this kind of robot and make it working. Okay, and even if it is working, then the reliability will be a problem. Okay, so the reliability part you will learn only when you build a system, and that will fail immediately after maybe the first run. Okay, so they usually spend 2 days time in this event. They build robot from scratch, nut board, screws, this Arduino boards, or other kind of microcontroller sensors in this way. Okay, you can see in many area only the students are there. There is no senior people around them. So, but we will give them some support in between, so that they will get some push when they need. Okay. So in this part, basically they have to learn about coding, then how to integrate the mechanical part, then integrate the sensors, finally calibrate and correct it so that the robot will follow the line. Okay, so these are students from grade 5 and 6. They don't have any problem with this electronics, computer science, mechanical. Nobody tells that mechanical is not my part. I belongs to computer science. Okay, nobody tells that I belongs to electronics, so I can't do anything related to mechanical. Okay, there is no mechanical engineer who tells that I'm not good in programming, so I can't do this. Okay, so in schools we don't have any choice of selection. Okay, so they are ready to learn anything, and they're actually ready to build things. Okay, so this is another video, one of the event where my students participated at IIT Madras. Okay, so my students are from grade 5 and 6, 2 from grade 5 and 2 from grade 6, and the opponents from PSC College Coimbatore. Okay, so there is actually no separate session for school and college students. So what we do is we go and participate along with the college students. Okay, so please see check the water robot. So the robot is already collected a ball from the water, and is going to drop the ball to the box. Okay, so it's very simple, and building that robot, that is also very easy. Okay, I have the robot, similar robot I will show you in between. So in this session I will show some videos, then I will show some of the robots here in my lab. Okay, then we can have a question answer session in that way. Okay, so the first part, water robot should collect the ball from water and keep it in the box on the other side. And second one, you need a water boat. You need a water boat for collecting balls from one side, and then one second. Okay, from one side and the video. Okay, from here you have to collect the ball. Then you have to go and then put the ball in the water. Then the water robot will pick the balls. Okay, so in this one, we will learn a lot of things. So initially, when the robot started from the return path from the ball section, ball picking session, so the balance was not that much good. Then they actually shifted the position of the gripper, so that we'll get the CG almost at the middle. Okay, for balancing the robot. So you will learn a lot of mechanical, electrical, electronic things, and finally, when you are participating in competition, sometimes your cables will not work properly. Okay, you won't get power properly. Okay, so then you have to finish. You have to correct all these issues within 2 minutes time. Okay, that's a challenge. Critical thinking. Okay, how to make a solution in a critical situation. Okay, so this is also a similar event. Okay, a grade 8 student. He's driving the robot. And this year, he's actually preparing for the MIT US admission. He got into the final round, cleared the interview. Okay, waiting for the final result. Okay, so only because of this profile. Okay, so he participated in many events, many competitions. He's having a technical background. There is a proof for that. Okay, you have to pick ball from one point to another point in water, and the same way you have to collect some boxes from one corner here in the land boat. Okay, from one corner, and you have to travel through the bridge and drop in the other direction. Okay, so these are the small robots. So you saw the line following and other kind of the small robots. Okay, so this was the result. Okay, so it is actually published in one of the media. Okay, this came in the first page of a newspaper. Okay, so getting our photos in the first page is very difficult. They got this report in the third year. Okay, they got prizes continuously for 3 years in IIT Madras Tech Shastra in the RoboOceana competition. So then they featured in a newspaper. Okay, so I will stop sharing this one. Then I want to discuss a few things. Okay. Hello, can you see me? Am I visible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so actually for me it's a little bit of confusion. 1 second. Okay. So if I show you some robot, you can see, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So building the small robots may be very easy, and people may be interested in that during maybe school days and maybe the first year of BTech. Okay, but slowly when you're growing, you need bigger robot, isn't it? So I'm going to stand up and then I will show you another robot which we are working right now. Okay. Can you see this black big robot?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is one of the robot platform right now we are working on. After with initially students will learn how to make the smaller one. Okay, so they will learn the mechanical part and electrical, electronics, and programming. But with the small robot, the mechanical part is very limited, isn't it? So this is actually the bigger one we usually use for training students. So we are using mechanism wheels for driving. Okay, and the advantage of mechanism wheel. So this is my Michael Jackson move. Okay, so Michael Jackson move of this robot. Okay, it can move sideways. Okay. So you don't mind if I ask some questions, isn't it? Okay, I'm getting some feedback also. Really good. So people are not sleeping. Okay. So the reason why we are developing this type of robots are, see, teachers are teaching you programming in the classroom. Okay, they will teach you how to multiply 3x3 matrices. Okay, then how to identify the factorial of a number. Okay, those things they will teach you, isn't it? So it's very difficult to make the students interested with that kind of program. Okay, so we will teach you how to. We usually teach the first year students how they can actually drive this robot. Okay, I know. Okay, there are a lot of people watching online. Okay, and that video may be shared later also. Okay, very good. Okay, so so students when they are coming for learning programming, we will teach them how to drive a motor. Okay, you make a small program, maybe you say Python code, maybe 10 lines of code for driving a motor. Okay, then you integrate a sensor. Okay, at that time you have to check the sensor condition, isn't it? So use the if condition. Okay, use the condition statement. if else, do while. Okay, those condition statements they can do. Okay, suppose you want to integrate an RFID sensor. Okay, at that time you have to check multiple values. So go for a array function. Okay, use an array for getting all this data. Okay, so in that way we can easily teach them programming. If a mechanical student is learning programming in that way, definitely that person will learn programming. Okay, so initially they may not be that much interested, but they will be highly interested if we give them a project. Okay, right now here in our college, students are studying online, but before that they were coming for a few days. Then in first year mechanical, there is actually mechanical engineering. We are giving them an electronics paper. Okay, and they have one additional robotics subject. We are giving one extra period. Okay, usually I go to them and I teach them robotics. There is no exam, nothing. So there is that is actually an extra hour. Okay, so right now they have an electronics paper also. So the teacher asked them to do a project. And you also know the difficulties, isn't it? So teacher is teaching in the class how the transistor works, what is actually MOSFET, what is a NPN transistor, what is PNP transistor, what is actually a diode, then the resistance, BB, ROA, grade button, all those things the teacher will teach you. Okay, do you think that with that knowledge can you make a project? With that knowledge, do you think that they can make a project? No. Okay, it's very simple. They can make a project, but the teacher is actually, that electronics teacher is really good. She asked them to form groups of 4 members, and they have to make a project. Right now, during this COVID breakdown also, sometimes I'm coming to college, but most of the time I'm staying at home. Okay, students are usually coming to my home. They already purchase Arduino. They have they know how to program it, but just copy the code from the net and just they are actually uploading. They don't know how to actually change the program. Okay, most of them somehow try to build the project, and the project is giving them some kind of an output, but they are not at all good in programming. Okay, that I'm sure. Okay, many of them are actually coming with the biology background. They don't have any programming paper. Okay, so just their semester started, and here also their programming subject is coming in the third semester, S3. Okay, without any proper programming language background, they actually now they're doing project. That is actually not right, isn't it? Okay, without teaching them anything, if we ask them to do a project, and the result, they took some of the Arduino board from my lab. Okay, for building the project, most of them are now not working. Okay, so they are not aware of the positive, negative, 5 volt, 12 volt, those difference. They usually burn the board. Okay, that is also part of learning. They will learn that this boards will burn. Okay, only after burning it. Okay, so I may be using 500 rupees, but they are actually learning a bigger lesson. Okay, so I'm happy with that, but in that way only they will learn. Okay, there is no other option. Okay, so people will use a lot of sensors. So they will learn the value of 3.3 and 5 volt once they are actually burn the sensor. Okay, so there is actually a cost for learning. So the value of sensor, cost of the sensor is the cost of learning. Okay, so I usually do it in that way. So in this lab, I have lock, but usually I'm not keeping the room under lock, because if somebody want to take something, let them take it. Okay, so here I'm not keeping any chocolate or something. Okay, I'm keeping only the electronics, electrical things, and maybe the programming boards and other thing. So if they wish to steal something, so usually they need some electronics. It's an electronic part. Okay, let them take it. Okay, and let them take it and learn it. Okay, so that is my attitude. In that way, the things are going on here. So here in my lab, for teaching programming or making things interesting, or things the learning interesting, so we use only few platforms. Many of the people attending this workshop, this session may knows that. Okay, we usually start with this Arduino. Okay, it's simple things, Arduino. Then sometimes we go to the Raspberry Pi. Okay, it's somewhere here. Okay, Raspberry Pi, many of you know that component. And then we have an interesting microbit platform. Okay, this is also very interesting for teaching school students. We usually go to schools and take class for them. Okay, the school students, the students from grade 4, 5, 6 in that way. Okay, not the senior 12th standard students, very young students. So they are really excited. They are ready to learn anything. Okay, and we use the Node MCU platform. And for a better higher capacity project, usually we use this one, Jetson Nano. I think people know this. Okay, Jetson Nano with the LIDAR. This is for the SLAM kind of projects. So simultaneous localization mapping. So this type of application, we usually use all the locally available material. So we made pedal operator sanitizer dispensers during the COVID time. We fabricated more than 400 units in my lab, and we sold around 300, and 100 numbers we give it for free. And these are actually the excess part we got from that one. Okay, so we use all the trash for building our project. Okay, we don't have any trash. Okay, everything is useful. Okay, so these are the things basically we do, and we also use this type of platforms that make block small platforms. And then other thing, if you want to make slightly bigger robot, we go for this. Okay, so for Johnson Motors, and then mechanical structure. Usually, when they are fabricating this one, so they will learn how to use the difference between nut bolt assembly and this rivet assembly. Okay, then this is actually the aluminum composite panel. Usually, the material used for paneling buildings. Okay, so that material we use, and through that way they will actually learn how to do the material selection. Okay, we use plywood. Okay, this ACP sheet metal, all those things. And sometimes for the bigger robot, we use 5 mm sheet metal, 5 mm thicker sheet metal. Okay, and then this is actually very cheap. Square feet cost is only coming under 60 rupees. Okay, so they have to do all the cutting, fitting, material selection, the size calculation, all those things. So they will learn the mechanical, electrical, electronics, everything together. Okay, so the interdisciplinary learning. So okay, so you can see some projections here. Okay, one more aluminum piece. So this one we designed for robo soccer. Okay, for playing football. These are very simple and cheap material. Okay, so the motor costs around 350. The wheel costs only 50 rupees. And these materials are locally available, some aluminum parts and other thing. But if you combine all these things, okay, you will get a robot. Okay, so this is for the beginners. Okay, easy to start, easy to participate in competition. So when you go for competition, what happens is usually when you're preparing the robot, you will think that your robot is the best one, and you will get the first prize. Okay, so when you reach there in the venue, at that time you will understand many people are having better robots. Okay, so at that time you will see a lot of other people are having good robot. After the competition, you will understand whether your robot is good or bad. Okay, so in the first time when you're going for an event, my strategy is very simple. So I usually prepare the students to build small robots. I tell them that it's very easy to make robots, and you connect all the motors and wires and then make the robot and go and participate. Okay, so they usually prepare the robot, and they will think that they will get the first prize. Okay, when they reach there, usually I never support them to improve the robot. Okay, so they have to fail. Okay, let them go and fail. Okay, so after the failure, few people will try to learn how the first and second prize winner, how they actually prepare the robot, what kind of motors they use. Okay, what program language they tried, what was actually the design, what actually made the difference. Okay, few people will study that. Okay, some of them will stop participating in competition immediately after the first event. Okay, I don't care about those people. So there are a lot of people who are very good in dance, very good in music. Okay, very good in programming, maybe very good in sleeping. Okay, so a lot of people are there, very good in acting. Okay, I don't need those people. Okay, there are somebody who are good in technical. Okay, those who are good in observation. So let them learn. And in that first competition, what you will get, either you will get the first prize, second prize, or third prize. Okay, sleeping I can relate, sir. Okay. If you are good in sleeping, then so many people are in the world, those who lost sleep. Okay, they don't know how to sleep well. Okay, if we can train them how to sleep well, then that is actually a profession. Okay, you will get millions of dollars. Okay, and then in the competition, what will happen in the competition? Either you will get the first prize, second prize, third prize, or you will get the participation. Okay, even if your robot is not working, still you will get the participation certificate. Okay, think again. So suppose a team who got the fourth prize, okay, because of maybe 1.1 second difference, they got the fourth prize. You and fourth prize winner, they are getting, both are getting the same thing. Okay, only the participation. Okay, so you think that you got the fourth prize. Okay, luckily you got only the fourth prize. So next time you will get the first, second, or third. Okay, and in the same way you go and participate second time, third time, fourth time. Okay, fourth time, usually third time or fourth time you will get a prize. If you are not getting a prize still, then go for another fifth time, maybe sixth time. After that, you never go for the competition. You are not fit for that. Okay, so you have to think about a different solution and different strategy, different style. Okay, so different area. Okay, so go and participate in the competition, get the participation certificate. Even if your robot is not working, still you will get the participation. Okay, so winning is not the big thing. Participation is the biggest thing. Okay, so I will share my screen again, and then we can see a few more things in the presentation. Okay, I will go back to the presentation and show a few more things, and then we can have a question and answer session. I will try to show you one small humanoid also. Okay, so this type of events usually build the confidence. Okay, so once you go for a competition organized by IIT, NIT, VIT, or SRM, so only few people are coming. After the event, you will get, definitely you will understand that you can do something good. Okay, with your engineering skill. After coming back to the class, definitely you will get better understanding about the engineering mechanics. Okay, or mathematics, or the programming language at least. Okay, so. And when you're getting the prize, when you're getting the certificate, when somebody is appreciating you, that will improve your confidence. Finally, after the course, what you will get finally with you? Only the confidence. Okay, nobody is cared about your certificate. Okay, nobody cares about your knowledge. Okay, so if somebody is asking a question, Google it, give the answer. Okay, right. Now in this world, they need only the answer, nothing else. Okay, so this is one of the pictures from IIT Madras where my students were participating in a ball picking and throwing challenge competition, manual robotics challenge. So the team they prepared the robot very early. Then this event started in the evening, 8 o'clock. They were practiced from morning to evening, and this event is only for 3 minutes time. When just the event started, when they connected the battery, everything should get short circuited. Okay, so there is actually a burn came out from the fire came out from the bottom of the remote control. Okay, after continuous operation, the wiring actually the insulation, some of the insulation were actually not proper. Okay, then they corrected the issue within a minute and they participated. They failed. Okay, then I give when I guided the second team after the second team competition. Then when I came back to my group. At the time, the team who participated first, this team, the coordinator, the head of the team, he was actually crying. I was very happy at the time because hereafter nobody needs to teach him about the reliability of the robot, okay, or how to do the wiring. Okay, definitely hereafter whatever project he is doing, definitely he will take care of the wiring. Okay, this is only one way we can actually teach them the real engineering practices. Okay, so. Okay, so always getting first prize, second prize, third prize is very difficult, but there are some other kind of prizes. Okay, so this is one future award for team. Okay, lightest vehicle. So if you don't have a very good driver, then you try for the lightest weight vehicle award. Okay, so this we got from that essay competition. Okay, so there are other kind of prizes also. And then this is the way usually I organize events for school students. I'm giving more importance for the school students and first year BTech students. I teach them this robotics and all these competition projects and other thing only in the first year. Okay, first year it's actually we can train them in any level. They're thinking that in engineering college this is actually the way things are happening. Okay, so when they're coming to the college, they don't know anything about the engineering college, and we teach them you build robots and then you go and participate in competition. They're thinking that this is actually the normal. Okay, that is not the normal, right? Okay, so usually in the final year, people are thinking that we can go and participate in some competition. At the time, when they're exposed to this kind of atmosphere, already the year will be over, and they lost the opportunity. So in the first year, if you simply go and visit some of the competition, still you have enough time to prepare robot and build robot and participate and win the challenge. Okay, win the competitions. And this usually I take students to Robo Aviation event in China, Beijing. Okay, then I train students for the international events. RoboRave International. This 2018, I got 2 prizes, 550 teams from 22 countries, and we got second and third prize. Okay, so this is one of the simple robot challenge we usually conduct for elementary school students. This for grade 3 to 5. Okay, grade 3, 4, and 5. They have to build a small robot, follow a track. This part of the RoboRave international community, they organize events in 22 countries. So there is a method at the front of the robot, so that can identify the box. There is a metal strip in front of the box. Taking a 180-degree turn and go back to the first position. So this is a challenge we designed for grade 3 to 5. Usually, some of them will struggle, but still people can easily do this. Okay. So even we can organize the same program for for beta first year students too. Okay. So for them, this may be new, but you can learn a lot. You have to build the mechanical system, the door, how to open it, how to identify, how to stop it, how to take the 180-degree turn, all those things. Okay. So we train students to participate in many events. Line following is the easiest one. Okay. So, and we also take students to the California event. Okay. So in this program, so when I take students to international events, so 1 or 2 days for the competition, then this is actually the most memorable times. Okay. So we usually take a few set of Indian flags and we exchange with other country students from other countries, and we take their flags. Okay. So sweet memories. Okay. So, and then we also take them to other universities. So this is Stanford University in California. So when we go for the competition in California, I take students to the university. So sometimes the students will tell that, oh, if possible, we will come and study our degree program here after our schooling. Okay. So if we can give that kind of an insight, that will definitely help them in the future. Okay, so we take them to Apple also, Apple, California. They have an experience center in the Cupertino, just outside the office, Apple office in Cupertino. Okay, and we take them to the Intel lab, then to the NASA. Okay, a few people from NASA are part of the RoboRave International, so we take them to NASA also. Okay, so this is a small video of Kerala Blasters. So actually the goal scored by defender. Okay, Kerala Blasters defender. We can watch the video again. See Nishu Kumar. Okay, so he got the pass. His anticipation was good, and he scored the goal. Okay, so in that match of Blasters, none of the forwards actually secured a goal. Okay, both the goals were actually scored by defenders. Okay, so usually the opposite team of all football matches, they usually make a plan based on the plan of the other team. Okay, how to tackle the forward, how many forwards are there, how to mark them. Okay, how to manage them. Okay, so when defenders coming and starting scoring goals, then all the plans will change, isn't it? Okay, none of their plans will work. Okay, for you also, you must have a plan. Okay, for those who are actually attending the session, we must have a plan. Okay, the plan which will actually change the expectation of others. Okay, so think beyond the expectations of other people, make a good plan and make a great result. Okay, so we also have bigger dreams this year. So this year we are planning to prepare a robot for this international event called SAUVC. Okay, the underwater robots challenge of organized by Singapore. So you have to make an underwater robot which can actually travel through a set of obstacles. Okay, I know VIT is also participating in many of the competitions. So you are a very leading college. So my college is not like that. We are actually a beginner college, and my college is just 6 years old. But we are one of the best college in terms of result. Okay, usually we are state #1 within 6 years time. Okay, the students are really good. Now they are actually first year onwards. They are actually learning through this kind of experiential learning. Okay. So we are making some changes here in Kerala. Okay. So during COVID time, we made I made a robot for hospital. All started from this. Okay. So very small robot. The robot which my younger son was driving at my home. I kept the banana basket on top of that. Okay. Then I got the feedback. Within 4 days, we made this robot which can carry for 5 kg payload. When we tested this one, we found that is actually not enough. Then we made this one robot which can carry 25 kg, not looking like a robot, but this was actually doing the purpose during COVID lockdown time. Okay. So after this one, another hospital approached me for a robot. So we made a slight different changes in design and give the robot. Then we gave robot for another medical college. Okay. Then we give for another medical college. So this robot was widely used in Kerala. So 4 medical colleges were using this one. So we used only the locally available material. Even car wiper motor is used for driving the robot. Okay, at that time there was no chance for getting proper motors or anything else, but these motors were very reliable. Okay, and this was my first design of foot operator sanitizer dispenser. Okay, again interdisciplinary learning. Okay, mechanical, fluid mechanics, everything, and some automobile also. Okay, so we got the comments from different part, and then we made this one 2-part. Then within 2 days we made this one, and within maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks time we modified to this one, and this is the 4th version. We produced around 400 units of 4th version. Then we made the 5th version. This also we made around 400 units. Okay, so all this we fabricated in the campus with the students, and we sold during the COVID time. Okay, so with this I'm ending my presentation, because interdisciplinary learning, that is not just engineering. Okay, even that is applicable for football, cricket. Okay, and in sports also. Okay, the person who can actually play tennis, maybe that lady can also play cricket. Okay, so this interdisciplinary learning will help you to get a better job, because industries are now looking for people with interdisciplinary skills and little bit of research skills. Okay, so interest to learn things. Okay, a civil engineer students with a good electronics knowledge can do a lot of things in this era. Okay, because nowadays people are talking about smart city, smart home, smart technology. So a civil engineer must learn electronics, how to use Amazon Alexa, how to integrate with the switches. Okay, how to integrate different sensors, how to automate a home. Okay, if a civil engineer knows that, then that's the best thing. Okay, so by this I'm stop sharing my presentation. So this is a question time. So based on that, after that, I will show some show a few more things. Okay, so this is a question answer time. Hello, any questions?
Participants, please put your questions in the chat box.
So meanwhile, just if you can allow me a minute just to have a conversation with you. What a powerful session, sir. Means I have no words. I'm now speechless on the contribution what you are actually making, and then how it is actually making sense. I could relate, and I really love the way how you are thinking on a direction that a free learning or a free environment to learn. Okay, if somebody needs any equipment, they can come and take it. Something that, how important is that, and then how you're tackling that particular failure, so that, and then you are not helping them, so that it will be like a lifelong learning, that next time onwards my soldering should not be weak if my gadget caught fire. So what an amazing sir. So I have a very personalized question, sir. How did you came up with this particular idea? Because I know only 6 years happened to your college started. You're functioning as a director as well. You're functioning as a CEO and CTO of the 2 days as well. So how started on that, and how your journey started in this way, and why you thought that this would be the best way to teach the students, to teach the. I was audible. No.
Yes.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. So this actually my journey started. I'm coming from a remote village in Kerala, from Kannur district. Actually, the nearest railway station is around 50 kilometers away from my hometown. Okay. So from there, getting all this electronic components and other thing during my school days. Okay. So I got my first LED bulb during my 5th standard. Okay, that's in 1995. Okay, got the LED from one of my brother's friend, elder brother's friend. Okay, then I got the battery. At the time we were not getting enough money for buying any battery or any other component. Okay, so we are getting the battery, all the battery from the normal torch. At that time we were using the bigger type of cells. Okay, the torch bulb will not work with that battery, but LED will work. So I usually get the thrashed batteries. So we make simple torch using LED bulb and with the battery by that time. Then I got few motors during my 7th standard, I think. So at that time I got my first soldering iron. Okay. Then I learned that BB Roy, black, brown, red, this resistor color code during my grade 7. Okay. So then when I had some doubt, then when I go to the teachers, usually the physics teachers, they were good, but they were not at all capable of answering those questions. Okay, how to make a motor, or why that motor is rotating clockwise direction, how you can make it into anti-clockwise direction after winding it. Okay, not actually purchasing the motor, we usually making all those things. Getting support was very limited. Because of that only, I started going to schools in between for taking class while I was teaching in college. And the company Srishti Robotics and TechZiva, both I started with my students. So I started training students from first year onwards. Those who are sticking with me for 4 years time, usually I ask them to make a company. Okay, make a startup. Okay, so in that way, I actually started those industries. So in teaching it's better. Instead of teaching, cheating is better. Okay, students may think that teacher is actually struggling and teaching you very well. But okay, that's actually, we have to do some cheating also. Teach them simple things. Okay, keep them into a trap and make sure that they're actually coming out of the trap. So they will learn a lot of things while coming out of the trap. Okay, that's the best strategy. So that is my strategy. So here again, my name of my lab is Christ Center for Innovation and Open Learning. Any students can come. Even outside people can come. Even I'm getting students from Karnataka also, from other states also are coming. It's free. They can use all the components here. If there is any damage, there is no issue. Okay, make damages, no problem. So in that way, we are actually doing. Okay.
So we have a question.
Okay, sir, I have another question. And that is, sir, are you also connected with Atal Innovation Lab? Atal Innovation Tinkering Lab, because saw in the newspaper it was written, Atal Tinkering Lab. So are you in compliance with that, or are you in collaboration with them?
Yeah, actually, I resigned from college in 2015. Then I joined in one of the school. At that time, this Tinkering Lab project came, and I applied for that, and that school got that one. So my school was one of the first school got selected into the first lot, 257 schools. So I set up that lab there. The lab is still running. I'm supporting a lot of schools to participate in competitions and events. So I'm still connected with the ATL, not in an official way, but I go to more than 30 schools for taking classes.
Okay, that is amazing, sir. So Omkar has asked one question, and sir, how to start off with Arduino, and what should be the project and how to go about it? So like maybe as a beginner level, what will be your guidance? Because you mentioned you also teach to first year BTech kids as well.
Okay, simple. The easiest thing, you try to learn how to integrate a temperature sensor. Okay, then how to integrate an infrared sensor. My light is very, very low. Okay, so 1 second. Okay, I will just switch on my lights. Okay.
Okay, Nile, are you inspired? You just tell me that.
Yeah, actually, I was story connected with this.
Okay.
With Arduino.
Okay, so I will show you this. This is one of the simple robot we usually make. Okay, only 2 wheels. Okay, 2 motors and wheels, 1 caster wheel, a frame, battery, then an Arduino board. Okay, then a motor driver. You try to learn how to drive the motors. Okay, after simply adding few sensors. Okay, if you need a basic session, I think the coordinators can actually plan a workshop. I will teach you in an hour how to build a first robot. Okay, how to assemble it, how to get the components.
Definitely, sir. We can have a complete workshop on it.
Okay. So no problem. If somebody is ready to learn, then
yes,
I'm
we
actually
can
happy to help you. No problem. Okay. So it's very easy to learn. It's very easy to learn. Usually I teach the basics of robotics from grade 3 onwards. 3rd standard students can learn. So definitely anyone can learn. Okay.
Wow. That is, sir, that is a new kind of inspiration. And one more point, sir, I got from your answer only, your reply. You mentioned that if some person in your, if some of your students are building or working on some projects or something, you encourage them to build a startup or to build out a venture out of it, how to think in that way. So how did you get that particular spark in yourself? This is my first question. And following to that, this is an amazing thing, sir, that you are working on to that, building the budding entrepreneurs and supporting them. So how you're laying that particular foundation for them? These are the 2 questions. And the third question will be, sir, regarding the materials. Because India do not prepare, as of now, India does not have any dedicated industry for the robotics arms preparation or manufacturing or all. We had to purchase all these components outside of the India. So how are you tackling that particular problem as well? Because a lot of time now, this is something a very big hurdle because there are zero manufacturing industries in India. So yes, sir.
Okay, I will start from the last question. Okay, so getting common is a little difficult, but usually we do all the manufacturing. Basically, we have a CNC machine facility here, and we have a full-time operator. We do take work from outside, and the machine is running full-time. So if we need to fabricate some of the metal parts, we usually do it in-house. And the plastic thing, another thing, usually we do the 3D printing. And getting parts are little difficult. Okay, so Indian made components are nowadays it's very little, and the problem nowadays lot of issue with getting components from China also, and that is not the best solution also. Okay, but we have to grow a lot. That is one thing. And second thing, converting these ideas into startups. So that one I'm not at all not extremely good in supporting startups, because startup, the major issue, suppose a student is getting a job, he will be getting a very good salary. Then otherwise, if you are actually getting into his own startup, what happens is for the first 2 years, he is not going to get any income. Okay, he is going to struggle. And if that idea is not good, and if that people are not able to convert that into a proper product and sell it in the market, getting money is very difficult. And at that time, getting placement is another big issue. By that time, their parents are not going to support them. Okay, so what I usually do is I encourage students to meet some of the farmers, maybe the industry people or the local people, and get some problem statement from them. Okay, not by searching from the net. They have to go and meet people, get one customer. That's the first thing. Get one customer, then start working on the product. Okay, now we are actually working with the hospital also nearby. They came up with 11 problem. Actually, we are associated with the nursing students. They know the issues with the hospital industry. Okay, so right now we are actually developing products together with the nursing students. Most of the time, the major issue the students are taking product statement from the internet. They are making solution. There is no customer. So the single mantra for successful startup: get one customer, prepare product based on their requirement. Then your company will be a success. Otherwise, please don't go for this hardware startup.
Definitely, because hardware startups are most money intensive, because you will require a lot of funds, first thing. And secondly, you will require amazingly at least 2 to 3 years of gestation period to at least start the profitability of the business. So that is very true and very amazing advice, sir. Just following on this particular advice only, I just have one suggestion, that at least sir, we can look after the kids, and we can actually provide whatever support from our end we can help them with.
Pardon, actually,
We can
there was
actually tie them with the industry people. We can tie them with the lot. What, sir?
Okay. So this one right now, I think you are also member of, maybe you also may be a member of IEEE, isn't it? So I am a member of IEEE. So I'm working closely with IEEE for improving the industry interaction with the colleges and industry. Okay. So this year in Kerala, we have subsections, Kochi subsection. We are, our IEEE student branch is coming under that, and I'm in charge of industry relations of subsection. So what I'm trying to do is, right now I'm creating a platform where I have 42 colleges under me in IEEE subsection. So I will ask each college to manage one company. Okay, suppose my college is taking TCS, so we have to contact the TCS and arrange industry visit for students from other colleges also. Industry visit is the first step, but before going for the industrial visit, they have to pass an exam. Okay, there will be an online test about that company. Okay, they have to learn about the company, then go for the industry visit. After the industry visit, they know about the company. Then we usually ask, my plan is to ask the company to take a training session for the students. So those who are interested can attend the training program. Based on the training, okay, they will get some skills, the tools which they are actually using in the industry. So based on that, they can apply for internship. So they know something about the company, something about the tools they are using, then they're going for the internship, so they can do something there. So after that, finally, if the company is interested to recruit somebody, we will organize a recruitment recruitment program also. So first industry visit, then a training by the industry, then the internship, then the placement. So if we can try maybe 40-50 companies like that, we can easily, the entire atmosphere will change. Nowadays, the college students, they don't know about the industry. The teachers, they don't know about the industry. That's a real factor. Okay. So that we have changed.
Very true. Okay, sir, Omkar had some question to be asked. Omkar, please go ahead.
So, so even we can, the one thing what I told is we can actually conduct a training program. Okay. So you people can, if you are interested to organize, we can have a 1 hour online session where I will be talking only about programming an Arduino board. What is an Arduino board? How to program it in 2 languages, one drag and drop and other thing. Okay. Then otherwise, even if you want to organize a hands-on session, then if VIT is interested, even I'm ready to come with all my hardware. I will come with maybe 20-25 mobile robot kits. Then we can have a maybe 50 Arduino. Then we can make the program. Okay, how to make IoT?
For sure, that would be amazing. And sir, we can also invite you to the Bangalore various universities, like Christ University, BSE. They are all collaborators with us.
Okay,
so
no problem.
It will be an amazing opportunity for others to get inspired from you, and yours importantly. So it will be an amazing program, and National Research Consortium, we will get back to you, sir, on this. So there is one car in the chat. So you told about a program where any student can come and learn. So he wants to know a little bit more on this.
Just we do I will teach them the Arduino coding. Okay, so okay, I'm not able to type and enter the chat. Okay, so I usually teach them Arduino. There they can use the C++ type of coding. Then there is one more software. Okay, so just I will share my screen for a minute, because it's already 6:55. I put an alarm also for the time. Okay, so this is one of the programming language I do. Okay, so this is how a gesture control robot is working, controlled. Okay, just I will try to drive that one. Okay, so by hand movement you can drive a mobile robot. So this is the total number of lines. It's 74 line program. So you can make a robot. So there is one more programming language when we teach school students for the first time. For them, it's very difficult to learn programming through the typing type of language. Okay, so this is actually an easy thing. Okay, so I will show you the one simple program. So I have a panda. Okay, I want to run that panda from the center to the right. When clicked, and continuously it should move forever. Go to motion, move 10 steps, click on when clicked, panda is running. Okay, so then if on edge, it should come back. Okay, panda is coming upside down. Then change the direction. Okay, so this is a program for running a panda. Okay, only 2 steps. Okay, the same way even you can program the circuit board, Arduino board. Okay, so it's very easy to learn. It's very easy to teach. So I have an Arduino board. Same way, I go to control. Sorry, I go to events. When clicked, okay, control. Continuously, I want to switch on an LED. Okay, this is right. Here you have to just mention the pin number. Okay, so in this way you can easily build projects. So this is a very simple language that everyone can actually try. Okay, so I will just connect my hardware. 1 second, I actually connected my hardware. Okay, my LED is on. Can you see my screen? You can see my screen, isn't it? Can you see me?
Yes, sir.
No. 1 second. Okay. So this is the result of the program. One LED. Okay. If somebody is asking about the programming and difficulty, so I have LED on pin number 11. Second LED is on. Then I have LED on other pins, pin number 12 and 13. Okay.
Yes.
4 LEDs are on. Okay. Programming
Yes.
is very simple. It's very easy to do. So it's only 2 minutes remaining. I will stop sharing my screen. Okay. Any other questions? I can teach all these languages. No problem.
Maybe, sir, in the interest of time, because our next speaker, Dr. Srivatsa Perur, sir, has already joined us. So, Nilay, sir, please wait for 2 more minutes with us so that we can present you the momento. And then,
So it was a wonderful session. We all had a great time. It was great to know about how all these projects come together and how you can create various IoT projects. So, yeah, it was a really wonderful session. So you will be thrilled to know that we are also conducting the mega intensive session, where after completion, certificates and letter of recommendations will be provided to the interns who have performed exceptionally well. For more of this information, you can check out the link in the chat box or have a look at our website. Also note, participation certificates will only be provided if you have attended at least 10 hours of sessions during the consortium. So kindly fill the feedback form for the same. Now for the vote of thanks, I'd like to invite Serge.
thank you, Nilay. Sunil, sir, what an amazing session. And no doubts in that, sir. How you have inspired everyone, and importantly to me personally, and then how in a personal touch you have inspired me, sir. So I'm once again, thank you very much. And next time we will be working maybe in a collaborative way. We will be working on some greater problems and bigger projects altogether. I will be hoping for that. And with that note, I will request my team to please share their screen and present the moment of gratitude to our esteemed speaker, Dr. Sunil Paul, for his amazing contribution towards this particular session, and how anyone can learn these multidisciplinary skills to target a problem and solve onto that problem. So amazing session altogether, sir. Team, are we ready to present the memento? In time, with the time, I will move ahead, and I will also like to thank our 2 very important mentors, Dr. Rajeshwari Hegde and Dr. Susan Elias, for guiding us throughout so that our team could execute what we wanted to. And without them, we would not have reached this particular level. So thank you very much, Dr. Rajeshwari and Dr. Susan. I will also like to extend my thanks and gratitude to our lovely sponsors, Verivo Motors and EduCheck, for believing in us, and to each and every organizing committee, each and every organizing team and collaborating teams. Thank you very much. And without our amazing audience, this would not have been possible. Thank you, guys. And fill the feedback form and stay tuned for another.
Thank you, Saharshan. Thank you. Special thanks to Susan Elias ma'am for this opportunity. So I'm leaving. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. And thank you to everyone. And stay tuned, guys, for another session by Dr. Srivatsa Peru, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much once again. Thank you.